We're just drained with the heat, but it's okay. It's almost over. We just have to enjoy the few last days of summer.
What we usually see is on average, when we have days like we're having this week, we can see our number of calls go up by 15 or 20%.
It's 30 degrees right now in Montreal, feeling like 33 with the humidity and expected to rise to 41 degrees. The city and much of the province in the middle of a heat wave, and paramedics in Montreal are receiving more calls to 911 than usual. According to Urgences-sante, on Tuesday, there were 1,150 calls, about 200 more than the average.
We have seen in the past when we have really warm weather, we've seen numbers of calls go up to 1,200, 1,300, or even 1,400. So it really depends on the situation.
Comeau says on Wednesday, 228 paramedics are on duty in Montreal due to the increase of calls.
Some people are more vulnerable, for example, small kids, because they will not often communicate how they're feeling. The elderly people, of course, that can have any medical situation, or any of your family member that have any serious medical situation. We always encourage you to look out for them.
It's a nice weather. We got to enjoy it while it lasts.
I'm used to heat because I'm from India.
Now, what should you do if you're outside during this weather? According to Comeau, drink plenty of water and try to stay in shaded areas as much as you can. Although it might sound obvious, Urgences-sante says it's what makes a big difference.
Is it normal? Well, normal is really just an average, right? So when you average out the last 30 years, it is starting to become more normal for these sort of extended heat periods and temperatures over 30 degrees to start going into sort of late summer and even into the early fall.
Wednesday is being called the hottest day of the current heat wave.
What's making this one a little bit more unprecedented is how widespread it is, not just across southern Quebec, but going all the way up to east of Hudson Bay, and also I'd say 2/3 of the province of Ontario as well. So it's very large in extent. If you're looking for the really refreshing air, the kind where you can open up the windows in your house and get the cross breeze through the house, Sunday overnight, that'll start making its way in. And so kids that have been going to school this week in really hot schools are going to have a much better week next week as some of that not only cooler temperatures, but less humidity, lower humidity starts making its way in.
In Montreal, Swidda Rassy, City News.